Fall behind. Confirmed active. We've taken the lead.
Hey guys, what's going on? TheRealOGnick begins another build video, and today guys, I'll be showcasing my brand new build. It is an LMG / shotgun build, 3 Lone Star, 2 Predator, 1 Specialized bag / Vigorous. I'll kind of talk about that a little bit in the video, because I do understand between group play and solo play, you gotta need different things. So let's get into it, guys. My main stats are 6100 firearms, almost 6200 firearms, 376k toughness, and 105k skill power due to my specialized bag. I am rocking a Lone Star mask, knee pads, and gloves, a Predator vest and holster, and a specialized bag for solo use. Now, as far as using Vigorous in this build, before I break it down, the only reason I would use Vigorous in this build is if I'm running with a group who has a healer. Because this is kind of like a nice little fun solo build where I can kind of run around, take care of myself, and deal lots of damage. So that's why I use Specialized. But if you are in a group, I would switch out your Specialized for a Vigorous chest piece. That's what I would do personally if you guys were in a group. That's what I do. So it's kind of break up the ice there in terms of that kind of decision right there. Show you guys why I did that. Now, as far as using what I use here, guys, before we break it down, 3-piece Lone Star, I get 100% ammo capacity, and I get 8% damage from my LMG and my shotgun. Really nice rolls right there to have there, guys. So it makes my weapons hit even harder than they already do. So it's really fun to have. Specialized bag is pretty self-explanatory. Adds 200% of my firearms to stamina to skill power. So I get a little bit extra skill power bump for my heals and for damage from my pulse and stuff like that. Now, 2-piece Predator kind of seems weird because I'm sure a lot of people would be like, oh, just use 3-piece Banshee or something like that. Like 3 pieces of gold, something along the lines of that to give me extra DPS or skill power or toughness, etc. But I went with 2-piece Predator for 10% reload speed because I understand how long a shotgun or LMG can reload, and I want to make a great DPS build that hits super hard and doesn't take a long time to reload, so I can get gunned down in the 3-4 seconds, so I can cut that reload time down. We will go into reload time once I get to the holster, which will probably be the last thing in this build right now. So let's just start off with the build. 1849 armor rolled on my Predator's Mark vest, 1209 stamina, 16,626 health, 8% skill hits, and 50% ammo capacity. Pretty much god rolls right here, guys. Outside of the main stat could be higher, but I need to roll health on here. It didn't have it prior. It had EDR on it, which is exact damage resilience for those of you who don't know. And then I decided to put on for my mods, for most of my mods, except one of them because I didn't have an extra, is a firearm mod with health. On this specific piece of gear, I got 263 firearms, 2,868 health on my first mod, and my second mod, 267 firearms, 3,132 health on here as well. As far as my backpack, guys, since like I said before, specialized backpack with a 1268 firearm roll, and I have a 13,171 health pool on here on the major attribute. My minor attribute is a 51% ammo capacity, so I get a ton of ammo capacity, a little over 200%, so I'd never have to worry about ammo. Now, I have 2 6% first aid ally heals for my performance mods, giving me a total of 12% for my teammates. And my prototype firearm mod is a 255 firearms with 3% skill haste. This is the one portion where I wish it was different. I do not have another health one in here, but the skill haste kind of works out with the skill haste on the vest, and I sometimes pop soda if needed, so it kind of works out a little bit, but I wish it was a little bit different at the same time. Now, my Lone Star gloves, 926 armor, 1244 firearms. I got 5.5% critical hit chance, 14% critical hit damage, and 1,311 LMG damage. Really nice rolls here, guys. Now, I do understand the notion that maybe I should have critical hit chance / damage, either one, with shotgun and LMG damage. But here's the thing, that shotgun damage honestly isn't that noticeable when shotguns do so much damage to begin with, and the fact that that little multiplier and increased damage won't really do too much to the weapon, I decided to stay away from that and just have the LMG damage on here from the get-go. So that's kind of what I did here, guys. Let me know what you guys think about that decision in the comments below, whether or not you agree with it. My Lone Star mask, a 986 armor roll, 1266 stamina, 4% critical hit chance, 9% damage to elites. I've got a mount of 243 firearms and 3,179 health. Really nice stuff for you guys. It did have on here before, I want to say, exotic damage resilience final answer. I don't remember. I had rolled it a couple weeks back. I kind of left it the way it was with a different Lone Star build, and I just liked the way having critical hit chance on here. So I decided to keep it on here, guys, because skill power wasn't doing too much for me. So I just left critical hit chance on here. And damage to elites I really like having because it's just so fun to have in PvE especially. And plus it synergizes with my knee pads, you can see, with 14% damage to elites. And I got 28% disrupt resistance, 30% bleed resistance on my minor attributes. Really nice minor attributes there. My major attribute, 16,289 health. And my main stat, 1263 stamina with a armor roll of 1616, guys. So pretty good rolls here. I wish armor was a little bit higher. Wish I maybe instead of disrupt maybe had burn or shock resistance. But all works out. All pretty good rolls here, guys. So can't really complain. As far as my mods, 267 firearms, 3,241 health, and a 6% first aid self heal performance mod on here as well. Now onto the holster, guys. 894 armor rolled on my Predator's Mark holster, 1232 firearms, 1259 stamina, at 1134 electronics. Not the best electronic roll, but it does get the job done, and thankfully it's not like that's in the firearms or the stamina category where I would be hurting a lot from it. Now, my major attribute is 21% reload speed, which synergizes perfectly with the 2 pieces of the bonus of 10% reload speed, giving me a 31% reload speed increase on my weapons, which is a great increase, guys, and I love having it. And also my performance mod is a 6% first aid self heal, so I've got 12% self heal for myself, obviously, and I got 12% ally heal for my teammates, so it helps out both parties. So I'm not too selfish and I'm not too giving with my healing. I'm kind of perfect in the middle for it. As far as my weapons, guys, I'm using a black market SASG 12S, a 313% stagger, 100k damage, 180 RPM, 14 shots in the mag. I'm using unforgiving, brutal, responsive. Not much else you can say about that. Really strong rolls here, guys. Really strong here. I hit really hard with it, and it's really nice if I either with my Pecan, it's just a really up close fight, or if I'm in a situation where I need to put down people really quick, and my LMG is just not ready to be in use for that moment, and so I can quickly rip this out, down someone, kill them, and move on with my day. Now my mag, 109% mag size, 4% critical hit damage, 5% reload speed, 18% critical hit damage, 6% headshot damage, 2.5% critical hit chance on my optic, which is a pro red dot sight. And my underbarrel is a small grip with 19% critical hit damage, 2.5 stability, and 4.5% optimal range. Really like the stats, you guys. Really fun to use. Really good attachments in general. Now my Pecan has got 14% damage to targets out of cover, 22k damage at base, and then I got a 687 RPM with a 94 mag size. Now I have a really good mag size here, guys. Really fun to have, really nice to have, along with the fact that the Pecan talent is each kill makes the next reload have 20% extra bullets compared to its base. So if I'm going on a rampage, I'm killing, and not having too many issues, I can definitely have a really strong mag size here, guys, to begin with. And my 2 talents here are brutal and unforgiving. Now, I want to address the fact that I'm not using Swift. For a build that kind of goes around the reload speed, quickly killing people and damage, the reason I'm not using reload speed, or aka Swift, is because of the fact that the cap for it is too small to use. So I noticed with using Swift, I didn't notice much of a difference. So I decided to go away from that and decided to go for way more damage. So I went with Unforgiving, which lets me hit really hard. And so as you guys can see in the beginning of the video, with all of that damage I was doing, I hit between 15 to 19/20k. I've seen 19k for sure. 20k, I'm not sure if I've had that yet, but 19k is my highest damage on a play I've had so far with an automatic weapon that I can really remember in this patch. So that's how much damage this weapon does. Don't fuck with it. It's amazing, guys. I love it. My mag size, it's an extended mag, 103.5% mag size, 4.5% reload speed, 5.7% rate of fire. My optic is 16% headshot damage, 4% critical hit damage, 3% critical hit chance. My muzzle is an Omega rifle suppressor, is a 17.5% headshot damage, 4% critical hit damage, and a 3% critical hit chance, giving me some more crits, more headshot damage and whatnot, making me hit a lot harder. So as you can see, 22k damage with 8% is insane, and then with extra 14% damage to targets out of cover, it's amazing. It's straight up amazing. I have 22k base damage, then I have a booster shot to use, and then I have 14% more damage to targets out of cover. I hit so ridiculously hard with this build, and I'm not giving up toughness at the same time. I still have 376k toughness. To some of you that might be low, but for me that's like extremely high toughness, as I run almost every other build with below 300 or just at 300. So that's kind of what I'm using here, guys. Now, as far as the weapons themselves, for my pecan, I've got a critical hit chance of 15.5% total, critical hit damage of 47%, and my headshot damage is 146%. Really high damage there. Range 28 meters, reload speed 2.36 seconds with a 35.5% reload speed bonus on my pecan. A lot of reload speed here, guys, and I love it. Now, as far as my shotgun, guys, my shotgun has a critical hit chance of 12%, critical hit damage of 8%, headshot damage of 78%, still respectable numbers here. 2% stability, 13 meters in range, 2.72 reload speed, reload time, and my reload speed bonus is 36% on here. So got a lot of reload speed, a lot of stuff like that, guys. Now, as far as my other stats here, guys, I got damage to elites of 23%, and my survivability, I've got a 257, almost 258 max health with a 31.56% armor mitigation level percentage, as you can say. I don't really have any protection from elites or exact damage resilience. I don't feel like it does anything in this game as of right now. Could be wrong about that, but that's just my personal opinion. I got 30% bleed resistance, 20% disrupt resistance. So, yeah, guys, those are my weapons and my gear here. As far as my skills, nothing too special. My booster does 54k for me and my teammates, 44-second cooldown. Not the greatest, but like I said, I mainly use this for a damage buff than anything. And my pulse, 9% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage. Again, really just for damage. Not the greatest for anything else, but it kind of helps out a little bit for what I'm using. My ult, I kind of use whatever I need at the time. My talents are kind of weird. You can kind of go with whatever you want here, but I'm going to kind of give you guys my suggestions. If you're, I use Combat Medic. Combat Medic, it should be guaranteed on your person. If you're not, then you're running solo. But then if you're running solo, you can still hear your teammates at the last stand. But if you're running DZ, I understand. But if you're running with any kind of group matchmaking or not, you should run Combat Medic. Now, as far as my other stuff, again, can kind of go either way. I like Precision. Gives me a lot more extra damage because I'm already hitting for the head with my headshot damage. So it helps me out a lot there, giving me extra damage, extra crits, and stuff like that. So that's why I use Precision. I like to use Death by Proxy. I've grown to love it, especially in PvP, because getting 20% extra skill power for 30 seconds. Pretty insane here, guys. Nice to have on a build that doesn't have a lot of skill power to begin with. So my heal actually helps me out a lot. And I do a lot of damage, so I can destroy people's skills pretty quick. So it helps me out a lot there. I kind of like it. It's kind of one of the weird ones, maybe. And then on the One is None is what I use too. I switched this out between One is None, On the Move, and Steady Hands. The reason I switch them out is because with Steady Hands and On the Move, I like these a lot. Steady Hands is because since the pecan can't have an underbarrel, I cannot have any stability on it. So having Steady Hands is really nice to have. But I do like extra damage, so that's why I like One is None. It lets me hit more and more and more. But I do like On the Move a little bit more. It kind of depends on my preference at the time. So I kind of switched that out. Nothing specific here, but I just kind of want to switch out. But all the other ones stay on the way they are for those builds and those engagements I get myself into. So yeah, guys, this is the build, guys. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. We got a lot of reload speed, a lot of damage, a good amount of toughness, and not the greatest amount of skill power, but I said that is not the point of the build. I know it might be kind of a shock because I am the quote-unquote skill build guy. I get like a nickname because I do a lot of builds of skill power because it is honestly the best way to play the game. But this build kind of proves me wrong, and the whole notion of LMGs being weak and stuff. I hit so hard, so hard. It's absolutely amazing. So guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to share the video around to your friends, kind of grow the channel if we can, guys. We're getting close to 600 subs, guys, so it'll be a really cool accomplishment, guys. Really fun to do that. Also, guys, in the links below, I'll have a link to my Twitch, which is where I stream pretty much daily, or as much as I can. I'm busy with YouTube. school and things like that, but I try to stream almost daily on there. I'm very active on there, guys. We just became a Twitch affiliate, guys. That's pretty cool. We're grinding away, so trying to grow that side of the spectrum for our community, guys. So please go check that out if you guys want some cool streams, some more extra content that you wouldn't see on here. So be sure to check that out. Also check out my Twitter, where I post when I go live, polls, YouTube videos, other streamers' content. If you need for more people, if you're looking to look at more reliable people to watch and things like that, just to expand the community a little bit more. I'm always on Twitter. Easiest way to get to me. My DMs are open, so check me out on Twitter, guys. Also, in the link below, I have my email where you can email me your clips for the top 5 kills / weekly moments series / thing I'm making. I will have a video of that at the end of the video with my previous video outro and stuff. Also, guys, up above we'll have a card for Upper Echelon Gamers, guys. Be sure to check them out. Big thanks to them. Big shout out to them, guys, for helping me along and helping out so many content creators, building a great gaming community, and we're continuing to grow day in and day out, guys. So please be sure to check that out too, guys. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this build, about everything else I'm doing on this channel. Let me know also what other videos you guys want to see. Whether it's more exotic reviews, different gear reviews, more builds like this that are different from what I normally do or what other people do. Things like that, guys. Any help, whether it's negative or positive, helps me out greatly. So be sure to help me out there, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm TheRealOGnick, and I'm out. Peace!